What's going on, YouTubers? My name is Robert Serrano Jr., the natural born thriller, the good boy gone bad, and if you don't like it, beat it, because no one wants to be defeated. So yeah, welcome everyone to this WWE NXT review, the show from March 14th, 2018. So let's get to the show on the road, because this is going to be a build-up. Well, actually, it's been a build-up for a while for NXT when it comes to their takeover show, takeover New Orleans during WrestleMania weekend. So let's just jump right into it. So here we go. Yeah, basically I watched NXT last night and everything, and I want to get to this review before I go to bed. I also got to do another video too after this one too, and also I'm gonna make this very quick basically. So if any of you have been able to catch it live, that's okay. You can always catch it after this. So, after you can catch it on the archive, I meant to say. So yeah, let's get to this. So like I said, from March 14, 2018, this was for this edition of the NXT review in Atlanta, Georgia. Percy Watson, Mauro Ranallo, and Nigel McGuinness on commentary. So the show opened up with the continuation of the Dusty Road Tag Team Classic tournament with round one. We got Sanity being being Eric Young and Alexander. Alexander Wolf. And they're being accompanied by Nikki Cross and Killian Dane, as we get Eric Young and Alexander Wolf, Alexander Wolf, I meant to say, against Tino Sabatelli and Riddick Moss. So the match happened. Start off pretty good, and of course you have some dissensions between Tino and Riddick, because they're going to plan on breaking these two guys up, which I don't understand why. They want to break them up, but they're going that route, so we got to see where that goes. Now, as far as who's going to be the face of and the heel, or when they do break them up, Rick Moss is going to be looked at as a baby face, and if they try to push him as a baby face, and then with Tito Sabatelli, he's going to be the heel, based on the crowd reactions that Tito Sabatelli has been getting in for recent NXT shows that he's been on. But anyway, so like I said, the match itself was pretty good. Know that. And of course, we got some miscommunications from Tino and Riddick in the match. Also, we get to a point where Nikki Cross gets involved and goes after Riddick Moss when the referee being distracted. So then, in the end, Eric Young and Alexander Wolf from Sandy as picking up the win to advance to the second round of the tournament of the Dusty Road Tag Team Classic. And it was a good match, like I said. Sandy gets the win, and Sandy are looking forward, basically looking to get an opportunity to become tag team champions, and we'll see how that turns out. Then we get to Tommaso Ciampa. He comes out with loud boos. He basically gets in the ring, gets on the microphone, and all that. He's getting ready to talk, because he tried to talk last week, but the fans were being rude and everything about him not talking and all that, because he got rid of Johnny Gargano. But he's trying to talk and everything like he did last week on NXT. But the crowds will not let him talk. Because he's being distracted with those loud boos, and he was being disrespectful. Obviously, that was the storyline when it comes to that. So also we get some Johnny chants, and then he's tried to talk again. All of a sudden, we get more loud boos because the fans do not want to hear Tommaso Ciampa. Basically, Tommaso Ciampa is working the crowd when it comes to that. So also we also hear Johnny Wrestling chants from the crowds, and then he tried to talk again, because he keeps doing this with a microphone, up down, up down, and all that, trying to talk and everything. But the fans will not allow him to talk, so they keep every time he's trying to talk, the boos keep getting more louder for Tommaso Ciampa. So at this point, he just dropped the mic. Also, let me get some Ciampa sucks chant, and he's walking around the ringside, and one of the fans you know, wanted to give Tommaso Ciampa the sign, this Johnny Gargano sign that Johnny Gargano is known to have when it comes to that emoji face. In fact, let me show you a picture of that emoji face for those that don't watch the show. Um, let me put it up first. Because there are a lot of those signs of what that relates to Johnny Gargano. It was insane because after what happened last week with Tommaso Ciampa grabbing one of the fans' sign, which it was a sign about Johnny Gargano when it comes to him being Johnny Wrestling and everything, and then on the face of that emoji. But I'm gonna find this picture right now to show you folks. To show you what I'm talking about. Again, for those who don't watch NXT and for those that don't know who Johnny Gargano is and don't know what his symbol represents and everything. When it comes to NXT and basically when it comes to him being a wrestler, I'll maybe find it right now for all you. Just give me one moment. Okay, here we go. Johnny Gargano emoji. Okay, let me see here. Okay. It's actually a little. It's actually a small emoji of it. I thought I saw something. Yeah, 1 second, folks. I'll show you. I'll show you what it looks like. Okay. Oh yeah, I can make it bigger. All right, here we go. I'm gonna show you right now. Here we go. This is the emoji I'm talking about here. Oh crap! What the hell? Why did they do that? Sorry about that. Sorry about this, folks. I don't know why. I don't know why I did that. Give me one moment again. All right, stop now. All right, we go. This is the emoji I'm talking about here. That's just the signs that all the crowds were having, showing in the crowd. When Tommaso Ciampa was out there. This is the exact symbol that they had. It was basically a small paper of it. That kind of the size of this tablet. That's the best way to describe it. But yeah, you have all those signs that those crowds had because they knew that Tommaso Ciampa is not gonna be able to grab all those signs and tear it up and everything like he did on last week with that one sign. So it was nice that they did that too. So and Tommaso Ciampa didn't want to do anything about that, so he just kept walking around, and also he we want Johnny to chant, and Trump may have said something, but he's not here. I got rid of him, something like that. And also he starts leaving. Also, let me get the Na 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 song, playing from the crowds because Tommaso Ciampa was leaving, and that was it. So yeah, more build up between Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano when it comes to take over New Orleans, which is gonna happen, folks. I don't know how it's gonna happen. But it's gonna happen. I mean, they wouldn't be doing this if it wasn't gonna happen for NXT. So we'll see how that turns out though. But other than that, yeah, Tommaso Ciampa is not wrestling yet until I guess it's gonna get set up when it gets to his return match against Johnny Gargano. So we'll see we'll see if it ends up happening. And I'm assuming it probably will be a contract signing later on. But speaking of contracts, we'll get that later. Let's get to Lacey Evans versus Dakota Kai. Now last week I said Dakota Kai was talking about Kairi Sane. I stand corrected, folks. I unfortunately made a mistake there. She actually said Dakota Kai. She didn't say Kairi Sane. I must have heard her wrong. So it was my fault that for that wrong information, and for it's obviously my bad. I thought she was talking about Kairi Sane, but she's actually talking about Dakota Kai because Dakota Kai suffered from an injury from Shayna Baszler about a month ago or two, something like that. About 2 months ago. So So yeah, and this led to Kairi. This led to Dakota Kai making her return to basically what's it called? Yeah, make it clear to return in the ring to wrestle. So Kairi Sane, not Kairi Sane. I messed up again. So we had Lacey Evans versus Dakota Kai. Match itself was short because Dakota Kai wins with a roll up upset. Like okay, I didn't understand that. Um, but Lacey Evans, she did get some good beat down onto Dakota Kai, onto Dakota Kai out of nowhere, like a matter of under a minute, just beats her with a roll up, and that was it. Lacey Evans was took the L here. So all of a sudden um we get to Shannon Baszler coming out, and she's in her wrestling gear, which I don't understand why she was in her wrestling gear. She wasn't scheduled to wrestle, but whatever, right? So she comes out because she basically wants to glad her Dakota Kai like she did before, and Dakota Kai basically was fearing for her life. She was she was backed up in the corner and all that because Shayna Baszler was going to go after her and basically injure her again like the last time. And then Ember Moon comes out, the NXT champion, and she cuts a promo saying to Shayna Baszler that she accepts her challenge, and at Takeover she'll defend her NXT Women's Championship title against Shayna Baszler and all that. And also they start fighting, and basically they start fighting. And Shayna Baszler was getting first Ember Moon was taking the fight to her and all that. Shayna Baszler was also get the better of her. Also, she's Ember Moon was trying to go for, it's nothing. Ember Moon was trying to go for the Eclipse, but hold on a second. Oh, actually, no. Shayna Baszler got the better of her, and then Ember Moon got back at her, and then she tried to go for the Eclipse, but then Shayna Baszler got her. And then also Dakota Kai, who was still there, but I need to mention this. She was still there while this whole thing was going on between Ember Moon and Shayna Baszler, and she comes out of nowhere and kicks Shayna Baszler, and then Ember Moon goes for the Eclipse from the second rope, but missing her good arm instead of her the arm that's still bothering her because of Shayna Baszler from two months ago, and there you go. Shayna Baszler was laid out, and basically Dakota Kai and Ember Moon got the best of Shayna Baszler, and that was it. So it was a good segment though, good segment. But when it comes to Ember Moon's promo, 4 out of 10. I'm on my heart rating right there for what comes to her promos. So anyways, so we get more of the Dusty Rhodes the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic tournament round 1 in progress in this match. I mean for this week, and it was Monte Ford and Angelo Dawkins, the Street Profits, and they go up against Tucker Knight and Otis Dosovic, Heavy Machinery. Match itself was pretty decent, and it ends up being pretty good in the end, along the way as well. At one point, you have Monte Ford drinking his cup, which is supposed to be liquor or something like that. So also he basically he wants to give Otis Dosovic a sip of it, and Otis Dosovic not only took a sip of it, but he took a drink of it as well, and basically was getting the best of the Street Profits in the match. But basically in the end, shockingly, the Street Profits as win the match instead against Heavy Machinery. Like, oh really? Okay. That took me off guard there, where I thought the Street Profits was gonna take was basically gonna drop here, but that's not what happened at all. They end up going over in the long haul. So yeah. It was again it was a good match. And yeah, I guess I got nothing to say about that. Other than more of the Dusty World Tag Team Classics is going to continue on. So far, you're going to have AOP versus, oh my god, Street Profits for next. I'm assuming it's going to be next week. I'm assuming. And then you got Sandy that's gonna go up against who the other teams that won that turn, the other around that tournament. No, I can't remember. Um, let me think. Let me think. Who else is in the tournament? Oh my god. Why am I drawing a blank here? Hold on a second. I'm gonna check the roster. I want to the rosters list here of what comes to NXT basically. Okay, just get one moment, folks. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank here, folks. I apologize for this. Okay, let me just go right here to find the roster. Okay, I think I'm almost there. Oh yeah, the match. That's right. The match hasn't happened yet. Okay. Yeah, so that match hasn't happened yet. We'll get to more of that some other time. So yeah, I guess that other match will be saved for next week, I believe. I'm assuming. Yeah, when it comes to the Dutch World Tag Team Classic. But other than that, yeah. So basically, on the first round tournament still continues on. So, I was wrong for that, with folks. My apologies. But yeah. Anyways, let's move on to what happened next. Which ends up being. Hold on a second. Okay. Okay, I was wrong. What this one? Okay. Okay. Oh no, actually, so actually, I didn't get to say it yet, but yeah, up next is the main event match. Adam Cole being accompanied by the NXT Tag Team Champions Bobby Fish and Kyle O'Reilly, as Adam Cole goes up against Pete Dunne for Pete Dunne's WWE United Kingdom Championship. So yes, Pete Dunne, the United Kingdom Champion, is defending his title against Adam Cole. Baby! So the match happens. It was a back and forth action between the two, and obviously Pete Dunne was getting the better of Adam Cole in the match. Also, we get some distractions from Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, which it didn't distract Pete Dunne that much, because Pete Dunne went well, actually it kind of did distracted him a little bit as Pete Dunne confronts them, because he was showing that he wasn't afraid of them, and folks don't mind me scratching this. It's because my beer is it's because I'm growing my beer out. That's why. It's bothering me basically. So. So yeah. So we get more back and forth action between Adam Cole and Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne at one point was getting distracted again, and then Adam Cole take the better took the full advantage of it, and then we get back to the match. Basically at one point they went to commercial break, and they come out from commercial break, and they're going on more back and forth action between the two. It was insane. This match was obviously insane, but at the same time, I wish the match didn't have any outside interferences from Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish, but I guess it is what it is, right? But it was still a pretty good match, and it was very intense too. It was getting better anyways. So basically, Pete Dunne was handed up being distracted too much from Undisputed Era from outside, so he goes out to attack them, and all of a sudden, the match continues on. Basically going all out in this match, especially Pete Dunne kicking Adam Cole's ass in this match. Basically, he was out wrestling Adam Cole and outperforming Adam Cole in the match. Also, Pete Dunne's getting ready to finish the match. But then Kyle O'Reilly, Bobby Fish comes in to attack Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne fights him back, but gets beaten down. Roger Strong comes out for the save, but he also gets beaten down. Pete Dunne recovers and attacks Undisputed Era. Basically, Roderick Strong and Pete Dunne, against all odds against Undisputed Era, a 3-on-2 situation, ends up having Undisputed Era retrieving. After that, Roderick Strong extended his hand for a handshake to Pete Dunne, but Pete Dunne, he's like, he basically just tapped him on the shoulder instead, and it just walks away, because Pete Dunne, he's a bitter, basically his character is he's a bitter person who doesn't get along with anyone, and he's not here to make friends. He's here to make money and to win championships. So basically friendship is out the window for him and all that. So that was the reason for that too. So it was good. It was good though. It's a good psychiatry there from Pete Dunne. He's one of my favorite wrestlers. When it comes to how he carried himself. All right, now we get to the main event to end the show. In the main event stuff for NXT, the NXT Championship contract signing. That's going to be for Takeover New Orleans during WrestleMania weekend. You got William Regal, the NXT general manager, instruction on this whole contract signing. He has a table with the tablecloth covering it. He has a contract with him and everything. In this booklet, I think it's what's called. It's like a booklet or a clipboard booklet, something like that. I don't know. It looks nice though. The way they have that contract now. So William Regal calls out first Aleister Black. Aleister Black comes out with all black, with black suit, black tie, and all that. Black collar shirt, and all that. Basically, he's in all black because he's Aleister Black and everything. Everything faced to black, and So also we wait for the NXT champion, Andrade Cien Almas. But unfortunately, we didn't get Andrade Cien Almas. We got instead Selena Vega, Andrade's business manager. So basically, we're wondering what happened with Andrade Cien Almas. So basically, Selena Vega let Aleister Black knows that Andrade Cien Almas is not here because he's a busy champion and all that, and says, and if he was here, then he would have taken care of you, and there will not even be a match at the Takeover and all that. So Aleister Black, while she's talking to him and everything, Aleister Black, for some reason, he was looking around the table for some reason, and like what is he? I'm like, what is he doing? He was basically making me laugh a little bit, like it was strange the way he was doing it too long. And he basically looked on the table and everything, like the tables that was set up in the ring for the contract signing and everything. And what is he doing? So sure enough, he puts the table aside, and he got Selena Vega trying to get his attention. Like, do you hear me? What are you doing? Or I'm talking to you and everything, right? So Aleister Black, sits down. He sits down, in the middle of the ring, in the Indian style, and then he says to Selena Vega, now we're both on the same level. And he made me laugh. He cracked me. He made me. I'm sorry, now I can't talk. He got me laughing like crazy, man. Cause he's basically making fun of her height, because for those don't know Selena Vega, she is very short, and when I saw her in the ring, standing next to William Regal, and also at one point next to Aleister Black before Aleister Black decided to sit down. I'm like, wow, she's really short. I'm thinking to myself, how short is she? In fact, let me look this up to see how short she is. Because she look like she's she could be smaller than Alexa Bliss. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that Alexa Bliss could be bigger than Selena Vega. But let me check out her height, her actual height. I meant to say height. Basically she's also known as Thea Trinidad, but she's in WWE right now, which is why they're calling her Selena Vega. So let me see how tall she is. Well, they said that she's 5'1", and we know Alexa Bliss is 5'0", but it won't surprise me that Alexa Bliss is bigger than Thea Trinidad. Basically, like I said, she goes now by the name of Selena Vega. So yeah, Aleister Black's cutting a promo to her about now we're both on the same level, and then he said, you were saying, And then she was like, "Who you think you are?" and everything. And then base and then she basically signs the contract and all that. Basically, she felt disrespectful, and then we get the crowds chanting, "You're too short" to her and everything, and she's she's acknowledging what the fans were saying to her and everything. And then Aleister Black says, um, maybe the reason why Andre Allen didn't show up is because you know, that was it was too I'm trying to remember how he said it. Oh yeah, come up short. Basically, making some short reference, basically short jokes reference to about Selena Vega's height. And then he says, and then he starts saying, and or maybe that also that Andreas Owens couldn't measure up. He was cracking these small jokes to Selena Vega. I'm like, wow. I couldn't stop laughing. And then he goes things like what I'm basically trying to say here. And I was wondering what he was gonna say there, but then all of a sudden Selena Vega slaps him, and then and then he's like he got up and then he starts signing the contract and all that, and it's official. The match is gonna happen, and then he leaves the ring, and then you got Selena Vega talking shit and everything to him, and then he says, "Oh, one more thing. It's a shame that you came here alone, because he didn't come here alone." And I see myself what he means by that. So sure enough, you hear the music playing, and it's Candice LeRae. Candice LeRae comes out and attacks Selena Vega. Selena Vega tried to hightail out of there, but she got her ass kicked by Candice LeRae. Inside, a little bit in the ring, and then outside the ring, and then back inside the ring, and then she takes her out with the well, actually, I don't know that I didn't describe it yet. But she grabs like to get in a bulldog position, headlock position, goes to the ropes, and then goes for basically like a almost like the acid drop or the doggy dog, what Spike Doggy does and everything, but kind of like that, when it comes to but instead of doing the color, doing the bulldog instead, and it was nice by the way it was done, and that was it. Selena Vega was laid out by Candice LeRae. Candice LeRae leaves the ring. Candice LeRae leaves with Aleister Black and everything, and that was it. And that's how the show ends. So yeah, I'm assuming with this one going on with Candice LeRae and Selena Vega, that's gonna lead to a match for Takeover New Orleans. I could be wrong, but we'll see. Or better yet, it could lead to the Battle Royal for the women's for WrestleMania. Because keep in mind, the women's from Raw, SmackDown, and NXT can be part of this Battle Royal for WrestleMania. Which by the way, WWE certainly needs to change the name. They cannot move forward to honor the Fabulous Moolah after receiving those backlash from the WWE fans that that don't agree where they're honoring the Fabulous Moolah after what she's done when she was alive, and basically during her prime. But anyways, so yeah, let's get back to this. But yeah, so total amount wrestling for NXT overall when it comes to NXT from March 14th, 2018. I think it was 3 matches or 4. Yeah, 4 matches because that one match was with Lacey Evans versus Dakota Kai was too short. I mean, if you want to call it a match, but it was 4 matches. I was on there, so. So my overall showing for the show when it comes to NXT from March 14th, 2018, I'm gonna go. It was a good show actually. I love how the show was. I kind of did not agree to the short match between Lacey Evans and Dakota Kai, but it is what it is. I guess. Because I guess they want to do the long contract signing for that main event slot. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go 8 out of 10. It was I thought it was a good passable. I thought it was a very good show. And hopefully we'll get you know, more coming next week. When it comes to more this build up for NXT Takeover New Orleans. When it comes to you know, for these NXT wrestlers wrestling during WrestleMania weekend. You know, for those who's on the card though. So, but with that being said, thank you all for watching. My name is Robert Serrano Jr. If this is your first time watching me, I'm the Natural Born Driller, the Good Boy Gone Bad. Please subscribe. I'm just saying. If you like this video, give it a like. If you dislike this video, give it a dislike. The choice is yours, and yours alone. So, I'll see you all. Maybe I will see you all later on tonight when it comes to my NXT review. And also, I need to do a review too, by the way, when it comes to these certain shows that I've seen and haven't got a chance to do it on here on YouTube. So I'll get that. I'll probably get that done later on tonight if I can. If I don't, then I'll try to do it you know, in the middle of the night for later on. So with that being said, y'all take care. Peace on the streets, and I'm out. Y'all take care.